can add them shortly.
I lost 20 minutes of footage again. PlayStation, please stop fucking doing that! You're just randomly losing fucking footage for no reason. Like, even if I do, like, a thing where I save back an hour, it'll only save the last 28 minutes.
Only a few townspeople were hurt, but the Reikir of Solnari has now gained a complete form. While we still know nothing about his goals.
It seems we have done something akin to releasing a vicious Kukusaur into the wild. I'm sorry. Is no one here familiar with Kukusaurs?
Paimon knows what you mean, but that analogy seems more than slightly understated.
He said that this world means nothing to him, so it is possible that he doesn't have a reason to fight us at the moment. If his objective had been revenge alone, we would likely have no recourse.
Is there, still time for me to tender my resignation?
It's so cute. No.
Just kidding, just kidding. So my canon, my pride and joy was a hindrance rather than a help. You know what? I'm gonna dismantle it right now. That's right. And it still works on normal Wild Hunt anomalies.
Flint's, we'll need you to attend to the aftermath with the Lightkeepers. Don't worry, I've explained everything to them.
My thanks. For that and for everything else I hear you did to help us arrive at the truth.
Had you been willing to show yourselves in public more often, you would not have been so easy to isolate, you know.
Point taken. I will give that some thought. I suppose that's one way I'd benefit from replacing Sergeant Major Sosi.
You mean, you're being promoted? Was Paimon the only one who didn't get that?
Well, if you've got a moment, would you like to come with me?
Sure. You are my favorite character out of the cast so far,
There's
so
a
yes.
certain gentleman I'd like to send off on his final journey.
I know who you're talking about.
This man was like a lighthouse. Here he lived as if it were a mere matter of course, and brought light and grace to those around him. But people, once used to illumination, are apt to ignore the lantern's presence. Slowly, gradually, he came to think as such himself. I have achieved too little. I must do better. Perhaps his end was tragic. But I remain proud of the way in which he illuminated the path for others. Every shadow born of the light shall remember it.
Oh, poor guy.
I've heard that one too. Is that so? Well, you're right. It may seem that our efforts were in vain, that Rerir achieved his goals, but we will pursue him to the last. It is not dissimilar to the role of a graveyard keeper. We do not seek to bring the dead back to life, only to grant them peace.
Yep.
Oh, what are you two talking about? Okay.
Either way, the Lantern Fae is not playing the leading role in these final rites. Lightbearer, with your blood you have paved the road to glory and justice. Even as we hurry on, bruised and battered though we may be, stay a while, and look back upon the world and all its love and hatred, until it closes its eyes in the depths of night, and a lantern lit for you alone flickers softly into life. Thank you for everything, Sergeant Major Sosi.
Oh, and now there's a Luonatada.
Hey, it's the Lanatar! Should we go after her? Or do you have someone else you'd like to meet?
Optional objectives. What? Hold on. Lauma, Nephrin, Yehoda, and Einon Flynn's. Okay, let's go do all the optional objectives real quick. You know, I've got to do it. Okay, let's talk to Dory first. Do you remember how to get back there first? Should be on this side. That she is.
What brings you here? Didn't expect to see you around again. And where have you been, huh? Oh, of course not. I was simply elsewhere discussing business deals. Indeed, it was all thanks to you that my little store was saved. What? Why? And didn't I tell you that my prices were reasonable? Oh, but you still turn to that curatorium of secrets. If even regulars such as you abandon ship like this, what can a businesswoman do but take her wares elsewhere? And how should I not be, Running small overseas enterprises is no mean feat. Forget it. Fortune and destiny are as one. It's not as if Nefer did me no favors on account of our common homeland when I first arrived. If anything is to blame, it is the lack of opportunity to have her own me in turn. Now then, should she ever need anything, you make sure, no, make doubly sure, to inform me first.
I only want to do this interaction because it's interesting, but then she just disappears. She's only here during specific story segments. Okay, let's go to the Curatorium of Secrets. Unfortunately, I still have to start from all the way up here. Oh, they're both right here.
Boss, do you remember that thing that I wanted to ask your opinion about? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much effort should the Curatorium of Secrets put in if we were to work with others again? Is that a 1?
Guess again.
Wait, you mean 0? But wouldn't we just be slapping our brand on the joint venture and calling it a day?
Yahoo, what I mean to say is that there's neither an upper nor lower limit.
Aw, wait a minute. That's not an answer at all.
Oh, is that's the entire interaction? Really? Oh, something more interesting. That's fortunate. Let's go talk to Flynn's. I was about to say, isn't Flynn's and Ino in the same area? I just realized. So I could just teleport directly to that window. I'm not used to it because it's not a teleport point. But,
Flynn?
the other one is
See you coming
my
around
normal
here often. Just feel
anecdote.
free to take a look. I'm busy right now.
Well, I've come to visit you, Miss Ino. Here, I've brought some snacks from town in their traditional butter flavor.
Ineffa might hear you. So, what's the occasion? Are you gonna say that the Rat Ninky will be taking over all Wild Hunt incidents after that hiccup with the cannon?
And criticize a genius like yourself on account of results that none of us could anticipate. We would not be that crass if we really did do that. I dare say we shall never again see technological breakthroughs.
Sweet talker.
It gladdens me to have set your heart at ease.
Anyway, what's the matter exactly?
Well, could you help me repair this lantern? I did bring it to Nasha Town to get it fixed, but it broke again during our previous battle.
You want a genius like me to go fix a lantern?
Oh, my apologies. Perhaps this request should be better directed to Miss Ineffa.
I mean, I can totally do this, no problem. Wait right there.
Much obliged, then.
And next time this happens to you, make sure to come to me first.
Hilarious. So adorable.
Fix my lantern, he says. If only everyone knew what the heck they were doing. Take that Hinsa, for instance. How in the world do you end up creating an integrated controller for the cannon and the barrier from random components people ask you to fix? It gives me a headache just thinking about it.
Wait, really? He did that? Motherfucker, what? I did not realize he was that. That's surprising.
I'm a real earful, and told him to send me regular reports. If he's been working on it lately, I want to hear about it.
Okay. Didn't realize how insane that is. The other one says in FN Lama, but I imagine it's another area. Hey.
Ah, fancy meeting you here. Thank you for keeping my secrets, despite knowing as much as you do. Well, because otherwise I'd get in trouble with the Starshiner. If they couldn't detect my own lantern, I suspect the higher-ups would foist a standard-issue Ratnik lantern on me. A Ratnik carrying 2 lanterns. Imagine that. It would be an aesthetic transgression of the highest order.
That's fucking hilarious. That's his reasoning. Okay, so the other one should be, again, over here, with where Lame is over here. The other one is my normal anecdotes. The other one I didn't do today. Or, did I do the other one? No, I didn't. What is my Sumeru one? Oh, it's Kale. I'll definitely do that later. And then we'll get back to the normal stuff.
Krumkake creation complete.
Thank you for going to the trouble of remembering that, Miss Anefa. May this taste bear witness to a friendship that will endure forever and a day.
Understood. However, I fear that Krumkakes do not keep for that long.
That's not quite what I meant by...
Oh? We appear to have some guests.
They must have followed the aroma of the Krumkake.
Affirmative. In fact, I can devise a cereal omelet based on individual preferences.
Huh?
What are they saying?
They... are discussing your address.
Oh, that's funny. You know, still talk to them? No, I think they all disappeared. Hey, at least the ones over here actually stayed over there for a bit, which is cool. Flynn's stays in areas a lot, if you know what I mean. Like, whenever I went over and did this stuff, he just kind of stands there. He doesn't leave. He just stays there, which I find incredible. But also, I have to go back up now, so it's gonna be annoying. Okay, hold on. I'm not expecting any fights right now, so.
Will there be enough food? If not...
It is faster to just wait. Okay, now we can go. Wonder where you're bringing us. Maybe we're gonna find another one of the moon goddesses again. Or some crazy shit like that. Imagine, that would be hilarious. What? Oh. Came across one of my commissions. Oh, you're just up here. Okay. Hi.
Columbina! What are you doing here? Was it not you who recommended such walkabouts to me?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting right now.
Yeah? But aren't you afraid that the Tui will see you? Zandrone seems uninterested in my capture, and the others are unlikely to risk making contact at all. They have more troublesome affairs to deal with.
I love the cloak, by the way. It's a design I wish we'd seen more often. It's like a parted cloak, so it's more flowy. But like, she can, when she puts her hand out and then puts it back in, the cloak falls back in and then covers her arms, and I think that's really cool. It's this is such a good design. But also, yeah, you were number 3. I don't know if they would go near you.
Well, it's good to come out for a walk either way. So, how do you feel? Is Nasha Town to your liking?
Also, I just remembered, I should go check the design bureau. I want to see if there's actual physical damage, because it did get hit by a lot of that beam.
The flow of Kuvaki is somewhat turbulent, and the people are ill at ease. However, is this where you purchased the dishes you treated me to?
Oh.
Are you serious? That's what she's concerned about? Berries and fried meat? Well, we can take you to grab a bite if you'd like to. There's all sorts of delicious stuff out here that you won't get to try at home.
You've been quite subdued. Thorny questions on your mind, perhaps? I could look into the Eternal Moon's marrow for you if you wish it so, but after our previous attempt, I suspect your spaceship has been intentionally hidden away. Perhaps someone has certain truths they wish to hide from you, and I doubt there are many who could accomplish such a feat. I could not gain any insight into his schemes, I fear, now that he has donned a shape and form. Selling his power short would prove a fatal error, but that power of his plays host to an obsession that borders on mania. I cannot say if that fixation is directed at the moons, or at something else. Perhaps understanding the subject of his fixation shall prove key to repelling him in the future. Well, Sandrone's daily routine is highly irregular, while the doctor often orders people around. Was that not what you were curious about? Well then, have you been to that experimental design bureau of theirs? That weapon will play a key role in the Tsaritsa's plan. That's what I've heard, anyway. And what plan is that precisely? Well, I cannot say I care. I still wish to return to the moon that belongs to me.
Yeah, that not that fake moon
That is where
affair.
the answers lie buried.
That's Act 2, and I believe that's all of the story that exists for now. So we're still waiting on a bunch of the other stuff to come out. That was good. Okay, here's bro.
Interesting. You followed me this far. Why not show your face?
Right. Right you are. I forgot to introduce myself.
Who's this?
The name's Varka.
Oh my god!
Boreas,
Dude.
Grand Master of the Knights of Pavonia.
Dude, what are you doing here so suddenly? Bro, I want to see a slug out between those two. I want to see that fight. That sounds incredible.
Let's go.
That would be awesome, because we've got a bunch of the new quests available and stuff now, so we can do those. Some of those were technically already available, but now they're just telling me again. We have now completed the quest. Means I got a whole bunch more primos. And other stuff as well. Full 500. Isn't nuts. No, stop doing that! Serious, go up! I wish to grab the thing, please. Yeah, I've got 2,200. Wow. Okay. Still got about 2 weeks before the banner changes. But that was a good quest. I like that one a lot. First half and then the second half, I'd say they were both about equal. It was one continuous flowing story. Now we have to hope that the 6.1 quests hold up, because sometimes they tend not to, for different reasons. Like if I could think of, I believe of what the 1.1 quest was, and I'm just guessing because it's like the middle area. Most of that was Zhongli and making like the incense and stuff. Kind of mid. 2.1 though was the, actually I'm not sure. Actually no, they didn't have 3 quests by that point. Anyways. 2.1, we had the end of Inazuma, which was nothing short of absolutely insane. Especially with the Musano Hidetachi attack. The double vision activating. Then we also have stuff like, that's the main things I can think of from that quest. Of course, we have the meeting Scarf the first time in the main story, because I know people are going to be like, yeah, but what about the limited time events? They're limited time events. They're not canon. They didn't happen. I mean, they did technically happen if you have an account that did those quests, but if you're like me and you didn't, because I wasn't around, then it's not canon. So I don't care. Then when you get to Sumeru's middle quest, Sumeru was the first time we had triple version quests when they started getting longer. That one was a lot of the planning and stuff where it happened. It was very interesting because we got like showing of Sino, Alhaitham, Dea, all those characters showed up for some amount of time or other. And then we had 4.1, however. 4.1 sucked. It was downright awful. It was the most boring quest line I've ever done for the main Archon quest. It was actually crazy how boring it was. And if you don't remember, that was the Fortress of Meropide. The Fortress of Meropide alone is already so annoying to traverse. Not as bad as like the Sumeru City, but it was still so annoying. Because you had to do so much like generics. Like, you had to do so much like, how to explain it, menial tasks during it. Because you had to be a prisoner for like, I don't remember how long that was canonically, but the best part of 4.1 was just the very end, where we saw dragon powers and shit, and the introduction of the Knave. And then 5.1, did we have a story in 5.1? Happened in 5.1. I don't remember. One of the versions, the 5.0s were weird. We didn't actually finish the quest, the storyline, till like 5.4 because there was like gaps and stuff. Unlike Emphorius, where it's just one continuous story that's been happening for like a year at this point. No, I think it's actually been like 8-9 months since that storyline has started, and we're still going. Let's hope 6.1 holds up. I hope it does, because these things have been awesome. The storyline so far has been really cool. So, like, already, so many of my favorite fight scenes. Flynn's versus Rerir was really good. And then Polonia, I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, versus Rerir was also incredibly good. Let me think of some others. Are there any other big fights during this? I don't think so, but like the amount of photos I got from the Flynn's versus Rerir fight was so good. And the Polonia, I didn't find too many super good frames I could access, but there was the one that I'm going to be doing for the thumbnail, which I have to wait for the video to upload it, and then the photo will upload, and then I can put it on the video. Can't put it on before it's fully uploaded because it'll just not work. Cool. That's the end of the story.